Bullet casting. Today, because the weather was terrible, I decided to do some catch up on getting my bullets cast. And basically there's a ton of videos out there about casting bullets. I'm using an RCBS Pro Mill. I had some older Lyman 20-pound pots. I usually use bottom pour pots. I mean, some people just go and take a propane tank and fire up a cast iron pot and ladle pour. It's okay, you know, it depends how much you want to get into it. But I've casted bullets since I was 16 years old. And I like using use a rubber mount to give that a whack on the screw plate. I like using the pro mounts because I can control the temperature. It's electric and I ain't got to fool around. Just turn it on, turn it off. You ain't got to worry about it. It's pretty safe, you know, in the area. Basically, all you got to do is, you know, I'm using wheel weights, leaded wheel weights. I'm casting some bullets for the M95s. I'm casting the Lee 338, Lee 329 molds, because I take the 338s and I size them down. Just casting these bullets out of wheel weights. And then I have an old, because of our 88 Mausers and that, I have an old Lyman mold that casts like a pointed Spitzer bullet for 8mm. I had like 100 of these. I cast it up 20 years ago. Never got around to reloading them. I'm going to do some videos on sizing them and reloading them. And going to try them out and see if they work. I really don't know what will happen. And I did order, since I got a bunch of 8mm, I did order the Lee mold for the 324 diameter cast bullet. I may get another one for the Nagants, try shooting some cast bullets in the Nagants. Thing about cast bullets, depending on if you can get the alloy for free or cheap, it's still less. Even if you buy them, it still costs less than jacketed bullets. And usually, like in my 8x56, I use 14 grains of unique, around 14 and a half with a cast bullet. And it's more economical. 14 grains compared to 45 grains of powder. When you look at what a pound of powder costs, you get a few hundred more shots using cast bullets, and sometimes you have no choice because of bore constrictions and that. But this is basically my cast bullet setup. I like to use what I'm doing is casting 3 different bullets at once, and it's a technique I developed. When I used to do a lot of handgun bullet casting, I'd get 6 cavity molds and have 2 of the same mold. Pour, let it set, let it cool off a little, then I'd open the other mold, come over, pour, set it down, and that way it solidifies. Because once you get in, especially with the steel blocks, once you get into a casting session after a little while, the mold heats up and the lead won't solidify as fast. And then you get them streaks under the sprue plate, and once that happens, you're always going to have problems with that mold once that lead build up, and that's what it's from. So one technique I use to circumvent that is I have 3 different bullets I'm casting, 3 different molds. It's a little confusing. I got it spread out on a table where I drop them. I'll cast one, set it down, cast another, cast a third, then take the first one, which is solid by now, hit the sprue plate, drop it, come over, pour, set her down, open up the second one, drop the bullet, pour, and you could go for a good long time without having that problem with the buildup under the sprue plate. That's just a little tip or a little technique I use myself. Because I've been at this now for about 2.5 hours. Gone through the pot twice, halfway through, 20-pound pot. So that's your basic casting tips, at least for me, and what I do.